Yo, what is good, everybody? Today I got this beautiful duck sample that I want to break down for you guys, show you a few tricks that I usually use. I'm gonna play the preview of the sample so that you guys can get an idea, and I'm gonna play the whole sample at the end. So here we go. Yeah, so that's what the sample sounds like. The first thing I used was repro. I used the CK harmonics. It's a weird sound. I think I'm on G minor, even though I did use sound shifter to pitch the whole sample like 3 semitones down. Yeah, the only thing I did was I messed with the velocity. As you can tell, there's a lot going on, a lot of delays, but I consolidated it. And as far as the effects, what I did was, so I usually use this trick a lot where I like the Devil Lock and Cymatics combination. So I just plug in Devil Lock default settings, I don't do nothing to it, and then Cymatics Origin, also the default preset. All I do is turn the reel to reel down, and then this knob like 50-60% depending on what you like. I felt like there was too much going on, so I put it 72% mono, and then I penned it to the left a bit. This is what it sounds like after the effects. The Devil Lock Cymatics is golden, man. The combo is golden. And then I came to the waveform itself and I did these little cuts here, and I did a tiny bit of cut here as well. I feel like these little cuts, they add to the groove of the whole sample. Then moving on to the second part, which I used the Prince, the Colorful Lily preset. Nothing crazy. I came up with this descending triplet. That's the only thing that's kind of unique, but other than that, it's just two notes. I'm going from E to another E higher octave, and then this, and then D, C, B, and then I didn't even add anything, just left it the way it was, no effects, no nothing. And then the third thing was the mini synth, very effective. Came up with this and kind of put it back up again to create. I wanted to end on the B, and as far as the effects, I did nothing to it. And then the next thing was Max Shooter's Dirt Delays. It's from his Waves Crate Volume 3. Chopped it up and only used this section. And as far as the effects, I added a parametric EQ to cut the lows, Fruity Reverb, LFO2, this shape. And then moving on to the keys, on which I use FL keys. I don't know what this chord is, but clicked it in, sounded nice. As far as effects, I added nothing to it. And then coming up to the bass, I used moto bass, one note throughout. Violin, I used Xenology. went from the F to the B to E, back to F again to E, and then this section is the same as this section. The only difference is I took the F and made it an A. And to bring in a little bit of sauce into the B section, I took the first pattern and pitched some parts up and some down. And again, I took the same pattern, but this time I added gross beat to it. I half timed it and I added a portal, the grain swells preset. This is what it sounds like. For the C section again, moto bass, changed the bass 2 notes E. Just goes from lower octave to higher octave basically. Simple. Violin as well, the same thing, from an A to an E. The waves create dirt delays and I made a reversed version of it. So this is what the C section sounds like. Yeah, and that's it. And like I said, pitched it down 3 semitones afterwards, and the only thing I did was I added a J37, the default setting, and boosted up. And for now I'm gonna play the whole sample. Thank you guys once again for watching, liking, subscribing, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.